We Jews, we love you, especially on Sunday.
Knock it off. Knock it off.
Boy, I can talk. China, very pretty girl.
You can't talk to the Chinese like that. We owe them money.
As long as they keep doing the laundry, everything's good. Hey, like he says. For the money you're paying, that's a funny joke.
But we need the blacks. Without them, there'd be no Olympics.
Your people, that's what I love about this city. There's a chemistry. I swear to God. Are you an Irishman? You an Irish kid? What are you, a bird?
Welcome back, beautiful people. If you're new to the podcast, welcome. You too can be beautiful people. All you have to do is hit the subscribe. Come back next week, leave a comment, hit the like button. You guys know how this stuff goes. We're fighting Mr. Algorithm, but we don't like to beg over here, even though we bring into you a lot of really good content. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. There's not really much comedy news to talk about this week, but definitely doing more rabbit hole shit. I've been going down the rabbit hole of certain comedians. We've been talking about it here on the podcast week to week. There is an OG, an absolute legend, who I've been going back and watching the clips of. Don Rickles, Mr. Wonderful, ladies and gentlemen. Depending on your age, do you know who Don Rickles is?
No.
Okay.
Well, I do now. But
You do now because we were watching some of the clips before we started recording. But you've never even heard the name before?
I've probably heard the name, but I never see. Like I've probably seen him, but not know who. Like I never put a face to a name. You know.
In the modern conversations of comedy, when you talk about like, oh, this person wouldn't survive in this day, in this climate.
Yes.
Don Rickles is one of those guys where people are like, I don't know if this guy would.
But I think this would have like boosted him up even more. You know what I mean? Like
it would because he already had built that rep.
Okay, yeah.
Because he died just a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
Don Rickles got to live a long life.
Okay.
Into the modern era, to the point where he made some appearances on modern day shit, and he would like start poking the bear, you know?
Yes.
But like the way this guy goes in on literally every race, Don Rickles, is he Jewish?
I think so.
I think he's Jewish. I'm pretty sure he's Jewish. But would go, bruh. And he's known as Mr. Wonderful. Like that's the thing that wouldn't be done today. A guy who makes fun of everybody's race and culture. Like literally doing like Chinese, like to Chinese people.
Yeah.
Like in the
alleged
crowd.
Chinese people.
Alleged Chinese people in the crowd. You Chinese? Chinese? Japanese? Bullshit Japanese. 3 years in the jungle looking for your uncle.
Tell Filipino guy.
Yeah. Like the black jokes.
Yeah.
The Italian jokes. The Jew jokes. The Asian joke. Bro, like it was an ironic nickname given to him, Mr. Wonderful. But he really was I never met him, obviously.
Yeah.
From all the stories I hear, it's like that's his persona on stage. But who he is apparently was a tremendous human being off stage, gave people a lot of respect and all that stuff, which just makes the characters so much funnier. Like if you've never watched, let's watch some Don Rickles together. So you guys can get a glimpse if you've never seen this guy. Mr. Wonderful, Don Rickles. These are literally the video on YouTube is Don Rickles jokes that wouldn't air today. So let's just go through some of these.
You're fat.
Just starts with you're fat.
It's in your heart, right, Sam? Be proud. Brothers, we kiss, we hug. Any black on my lips?
Kisses Sammy Davis Jr. on the cheek.
I make jokes
Like
about
any black on my
people,
lips?
and why not? Because I'm not one.
Remember the words of a great Negro. I say that honestly. All peoples are alike. We are all working. You live in my neighborhood. I live in yours. Right, Sam?
Right.
Are you crazy?
Of course, cut to 3 black people laughing. Please make sure the black people are laughing.
Japanese, Filipino, my ass, you're a Jap. I'll tell you this. 3 years in the jungle looking for your uncle. I'll tell you this.
You're a Jew?
God bless you, my friend. What is your first name? Joe? Joe, my ass. Joe.
During World War II, they were all Joe. You're a Jew. You gotta be. With that nose, if you're not, you're an eagle. I'll tell you this.
Pause this for a second.
Jeff.
People straight up would go to his shows to get flamed.
Yeah.
Like, I wish en masse, because this is just not a thing, I don't think, anymore.
Someone's doing this.
Okay, the roast guys, 100%.
Yeah, like
There's
this
still a
is like
pocket
David
for-
Lucas's whole show now. Like he'll go on tour, bring people up and roast them. And people like want to go up and be roasted.
Man, he's not hitting like Don Rickles, though. That's me, obviously.
Yeah,
Comedy is very subjective, right? And I've seen a lot of David Lucas's shit. It's David Lucas goes for like the shock.
No, but like if you go like, yes, he goes for the shock, but also like, because I've seen like he posted on his YouTube channel. Like some of them are people that are like, there's like a lineup of people that want to just get roasted by him.
Oh, fair enough.
Right,
So people are going
go
out. I see what you're saying.
to
People are
be
going out to get roasted by Lucas.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying. And I would imagine Jeff Ross has the same thing. Like he literally does that. He'll put a mic in the audience, and then people will just go stand at the.
Maybe I haven't.
Well,
watched
Jeff Ross is the actual roast guy.
Roastmaster General.
100%. So, like, he's probably holding the torch that this guy lit for him.
Ross?
No, Don Rickles. Yeah, Ross is like bearing that torch. Lucas is like a modern day.
Yeah.
Like,
I think like Ross has handed it off to Tony Hinchcliffe in a way too. Like,
yeah, they're homies, 100%. I
Yeah.
could see that. But Tony Hinchcliffe like kind of took it.
Mm.
I wouldn't say that Ross gave it to him. Hinchcliffe through his show just became known for like through Kill Tony just became known for being really good at roasting motherfuckers.
Yeah.
But it would mostly be the comics and shit that are running through. And then he roasts like the audience and stuff. And then I think the Tom Brady roast recently that just happened is what really made people be like, Tony Hinchcliffe is a roast guy.
yeah, but he's been doing other roasts as well, which
Yeah, but
Ross put him on.
Exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Oh, okay. So that's what you mean by he passed the torch.
Yeah, because from what Tony says is like Ross tried to get him on a roast because at first they weren't letting him on. So like, no, you got to get Tony on. Like
gotta
he's a
get
good,
Tony on. Interesting.
he's a good roaster. Da, 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 da. Then he brings him in, and these are like the earlier roasts, you know, like the Trump roast.
Well, shout
or
outs to
whatever.
Ross for doing that for his
Yeah.
homie.
Yeah,
Like when it like to me, my age and generation, and like honestly, just my knowledge of comedy, Ross doesn't even hold a candle to Rickles.
okay.
If you're a comedy historian, I don't think anybody would fucking. Maybe people that are more on the modern side of comedy, but again, for a historian, you look at this guy as the absolute fucking Mount Rushmore #1
For sure.
He's the first guy they chisel in there for roast.
Yep. Mhm.
Like keep it going a little bit.
Chinese? Are you Chinese? Yeah.
Yo, pause again. This is a modern show.
Yeah.
Late night with fucking Craig Kilborn or wherever this guy's name is. Damn, what's this guy's name? What is his name? Fuck.
Cliff. See Cliff on the cup there.
It's not Cliff. No. Late. Bro, this is gonna bother me because he's a really funny comedian himself. Of the late night guys, I say goes Conan, David Letterman, Craig Ferguson. Type that into Google real quick. It's definitely Ferguson. Is it Craig though?
Craig Ferguson.
Bam, nigga.
He's British.
Yeah, 100%. Funny British dude. One of my favorite British comics. Like, I used to actually watch this. Like, I didn't watch late night talk shows unless it was Conan. Sometimes if there was a person that I was interested in, I would watch like Letterman. Leno was snooze fest. And this guy was actually really funny. And then later on in life, I found out, oh, he's actually a stand-up comedian. I watched a special of his, fucking cracked me up from beginning to end. So shout out to Craig Ferguson. Yeah, let's go back to the Rickles and watch this a little bit more.
We Jews, we love you, especially on Sunday.
Knock it off. Knock it off.
Boy, I can talk. China, very pretty girls.
You can't talk to the Chinese like that. We owe them money.
As long as they keep doing the laundry, everything's good. Hey, like he says. For the money you're paying, that's a funny joke.
And they paid nothing to get in there.
Why is that black guy getting the bigger lines? Anyway, George isn't jealous, but when you go to bed tonight, try to listen for a clock. Your part, George, is getting smaller and smaller. Tell him what you told me, how you're fed up with the blacks and you don't want them in your neighborhood. But we need the blacks. Without them, there'd be no Olympics.
That's what it's about, New York. Italians, Jews, Irish, whatever the hell you are. You're people. That's what I love about this city. There's a chemistry. I swear to God. Are you an Irishman? You an Irish kid? What are you, a bird?
Pause it. Like, it's funny because as I've been leveling up, I've been going back, maybe consciously or subconsciously, I've been watching the OG inspirations of mine from a kid. Like Rickles is a guy that I would constantly be seeing. Like when I talk about comedy raised me, he's one of the guys that would just pop up in the zeitgeist of comedy for me. I had no business watching Don Rickles. I don't know how, like literally, bro. I don't know how the fuck. It's because I really paid attention to comedy.
Yeah.
Like I really paid attention to comedy. Like Dangerfield is another one, bro. You know Rodney Dangerfield? No respect at all.
Yeah, I know.
Definitely heard that.
Yeah, I've heard him before.
Those two guys, bro, just that style of comedy just doesn't exist anymore. Obviously, roasting does.
Yeah,
but and the smoothness in which
it's like a smooth quippiness to like
and Don Rickles literally became like Frank Sinatra's fucking guy.
What in what way?
Like you know Frank Sinatra,
yeah.
He got plugged in to entertainment in a major way because Frank saw him and started putting him on his shows.
Okay,
Frank Sinatra, the fucking
like
fly me to the moon. I brought this guy to Yellow Japs. Like so he started getting into the Vegas scene.
Yeah. The New York scene.
Yeah, all that shit.
Yeah.
All that shit. So he's like a classic comic. Salutes RIP Don Rickles, man. Thank you for the inspo. What a fun guy to just watch as a kid. Yeah, I mean Jeff Ross, I would say, is the closest thing to his aura. I wouldn't even say his caliber.
Yeah.
But Jeff Ross is hilarious to his own. But Don Rickles, man. Anyways, that wraps up the comedy talk for this week.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast season 5.
I love y'all. Thank you for supporting. Once again, the Patreon is launched. If you do want to watch my comedy special right now, you can do so. It's only $10 and you can get it as part of the subscription fee. So like if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can get it that way, or you can just buy it outright for $10 that way. Once again, for transparency, I will release the comedy special for free on the YouTube once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So you can also just hit the subscriber button and just do that. You can support that way, whichever way you want to support. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I don't necessarily use it the way everybody else does, but I'm there if you want to find me. AKA Black Zeus is the person to find on those platforms.